Hi, I'm Robert Estrin at livingpianos.com with a special show for you, the evolution of the piano. Well, the question is the piano done evolving? Many people think that the piano basically was done at the end of the 19th century. But I gotta tell you, I just came back from the NAMM show, the National Association of Music Merchants, which coincidentally is just 10 minutes up the freeway from me here in Orange County, California. Interestingly, years ago when I lived in Indiana, I used to come to the NAMM show every year. That's how I fell in love with Southern California and ended up moving here. So what is the NAMM show? Well, it's a huge event that attracts close to 100,000 people in the music industry. And all the wares of all the instruments of the pianos, guitars, sheet music, everything is there. And there's kind of a whole city of pianos upstairs with all the pianos of all the manufacturers from around the world. Of course, I'm like a kid in a toy store going from booth to booth, trying Faziolis and Busendorfers and all sorts of pianos. And anyway, the point is, I saw some things that really struck me, which was the new composite actions. I had a long talk with Bruce Clark, the designer of Mason Hamlin pianos. I also visited the Kawai booth where they have their blackjack, which is a mostly plastic action, except for the hammer shank. And I've got to be honest with you, I came in a little bit skeptical. While I've played these actions some, I haven't really explored them fully. And my feeling was, if it ain't broke, why fix it? These have worked for years. After all, you could play a beautiful Busendorfer, Fazioli, Steinway with an all-wood action, and they're glorious. So why change things? Well, there is something there. There really is. Here's the thing, particularly on the Mason and Hamlin, since it's a completely carbon fiber or some such material that's top secret, but very light and strong, usually with a piano action, to counterbalance the end with a hammer, the keys have to be weighted with lead. Where these actions are so strong and light that there's no lead weights necessary, so it's less mass. There's a quickness and a lightness and a response that really is terrific to experience. The Kawai also has a wonderful action. So the question is, are these better actions? But before we even get to that question, let's just jump to the conclusion for a minute that they are clearly better. If that's the case, how is it possible to transition? After all, if you or I were to get one of these new Mason Hamlins and play with this action and enjoy it, what would happen when we go to play other pianos like a Steinway or some other piano that does not have this new technology? Would we have the strength to deal with it? The other big issue is, if you have one of these pianos, there are very few of them out there. Mason and Hamlin only built about 150 pianos last year. Therefore, how many technicians actually know how to adjust these actions? So there are some challenges. However, there is a beauty to the feel of these instruments, a smoothness that perhaps is the next step in piano evolution. I want to hear from all of you what your feelings are about the evolution of the piano. Are we there yet? That's the question for today. Thank you for joining me, Robert Estrin at livingpianos.com.